What's up? A lot has happened. I'm not in my office today. I'm actually in my bedroom, which I know is a little weird. Also, I have the windows open because it's nice, so that's why you can hear like cars and birds. But I just had a thought and I was like, I need to sit down and actually do this because I just keep coming up with excuses on why I'm not filming and it's pissing me off. Like I'm literally making myself angry because I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it the next day or well, blah blah. Well, it's been months and I kept saying that. So here I am, and that's why I'm not like in my cutie little area because I was just like, sit down and do it now. Sit down and do it now because it's on your mind and do it now. So we're gonna do a nice little recap, a little what's up. Okay, general recap. Let's start where we at? April, so let's go backwards. January, and I wrote this down on my computer so that way I would remember all the stuff because I feel like so much has happened that it's kind of been a blur. January, New Year. Well, my computer's tweaking. Ew. Start of the new year, right? I came back from Disney, came back from Florida, shit was great. Then I got sick. That sucked. I got super sick after like the new year and traveling, which makes sense, but it was really annoying. And then we officially lost the Plymouth house. It went completely under foreclosure. This was the last like point a few months ago to like do anything about it. We've kind of processed that a little bit, not fully, but we lost that house. My younger brother has officially moved into my mom's house, so that was also a big change. And then at that same time when we came back from vacation, I had my grandpa who passed away in December. His funeral was January, so that way people had time after the holiday to be able to come to the service. And then in February, nope, also actually still January, I lost my great-grandmother. So we had all of that to deal with. And I say all of that like loosely because losing someone is a lot. It's just that I haven't processed losing all of the people that I did in the first few months of this year. So I'm still working on that. And that was January. And then February, we had a giant snowstorm. Tree landed on my car. Jay had to like get the dents out, fix my windshield, and deal with all of that. And then it warmed up and then it got so cold again that one of our pipes burst and we were dealing with the basement flood. So then I ripped out and had to take everything out of our guest room, rip up all of the carpet, throw it all away because it sat there for actually a couple of days because we didn't realize where the flood was coming from. It was just kind of a wet spot. So we were like, oh, whatever, like, we'll deal with it. And then it got worse and worse every day. No shit, because it got worse and worse every day because the pipe was literally like broken off. So all of our water from upstairs, every time somebody took a shower, was just, it had nowhere to go other than into the walls and down. So it flooded our basement and we had to deal with that. I still haven't done anything to that basement room. That's gonna come after vacation. A lot of stuff is gonna come after vacation because we leave on Thursday for our like annual like summer or like pre-summer birthday vacation that we go on. So there was that. And then also in February, I lost my papa. I lost my other grandpa. So that was a lot to deal with as well. Losing both of them. Thankfully, I did get to see at least my two grandpas before they passed away. It was unfortunate to see them in a hospital in a state where they weren't comfortable, which really sucked. But they're better now because they're not hurting. So that's what matters. So the first few months were a definite blur of literally what the fuck, because that's, yeah. So that's that. I obviously was not doing well and I was grieving and I hit a very low point of my depression. And for those of you who are like more in tune, or if you are, if you're not, that's okay. And you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. But with the eclipse and Mercury and everything that was happening in the past, like, we'll say month, that grieving and depression and all emotions were at such an all-time high for me that it made me feel so much worse. Thankfully, I was still consistent in the gym most days. There were a lot of days where I really just didn't want to get up and do a damn thing. And that's okay too. If you're dealing with a lot and you don't want to get up and do a damn thing, that's okay. You don't have to get up and you don't have to do a damn thing. Take a day. It's okay. We all need it. We all deserve it. And then that puts us into March because what the fuck? I didn't really have much going on in March. Thankfully, it was a couple people's birthdays, like my younger brother, and I honestly don't remember what else we did in March, but I feel like we did some stuff. I'm blanking because I didn't write that down because I feel like March was just kind of like a point where I was at the peak of my grieving, and every day that went by, I think I was just on autopilot, so it was just like, I don't know, like Jeopardy theme song or something, just popping through. And I was just like, yup. But now that we're halfway through April, my birthday has passed. Happy birthday to me. That was at the beginning of this month. It was a great birthday. Jerry and I went to see Benson Boone, and that was so exciting, especially because he is like, we'll just call him a newer artist because he kind of like just started popping off, and I know artists that are just now or just starting to be recognized have been working for so long, and I don't want to negate the fact that he hasn't been working for a long time, because he has, but in our like media culture, we'll call it, he's just now getting big. So I was super excited that we randomly came across tickets that were in our price range that we felt comfortable with, and the concert was literally on my birthday, so it was just cool to actually experience like a concert on my birthday. Like, I know it's not for me, but it makes it like just feel more special when it is like on a day that's like yours. It was just really cool. So we went and got like some dinner and drinks before, and then we went to the concert, and it was so fun. Oh, it was so fun. And then now this week we are going down to Miami. I'm so excited. I only went to Miami once, and that was like when I was like 14. So I didn't really experience like Miami. Like, I think we went shopping and stuff, me and my girlfriend, who I'm still best friends with today. I love her. Her dad lives down there still, actually. And so I'm super excited to like experience it now that I'm grown and be able to like get a drink if I want, walk around, see what bars, like all of the stuff that I couldn't do when I was younger because you just can't. So that's super exciting, and I'm excited to do a little vlog recap on that trip. I feel like I haven't talked in so long that I have so much to say, and I feel like I'm out of breath because I won't shut up. But all in all, I have just mostly been struggling with making excuses for myself on why I'm not posting, or making an excuse in general, and fighting with the fact of like, should I come back? Do I come back? Because it's been so long, like I haven't been consistent, so maybe I shouldn't come back. And it was just a very big struggle, like going back and forth in my brain, and that's why a lot of the times I haven't posted, and that's why I post on Instagram, I post on TikTok, I still stream. It's just very weird also. And like branching off of that, there have been a lot of realizations in this weird realm that I'm in, especially because I am at such a comfortable point of being taken care of that I'm not used to. And that being said, it's not, if you followed me for a long time, or if you've just been in my life for quite a bit of time, you understand that I myself have been the provider for me and everyone around me. So for me not to be in that role was also a step back, and it took me back. It puts me in a very vulnerable place because it's kind of fucking scary. It's kind of fucking scary to let someone care for you. And I know, and like everyone deserves to be taken care of. Everybody. Point and case and point. Done. But I am in a position where I am finally letting go of things that I felt like I needed to control consistently all of the time, which is very hard for me, and I'm still working on it, and Jay is helping me work on that and through that. But it also put me in a place mentally where I partially didn't think that I was allowed to do what I wanted to do. And I know that sounds strange, but being someone who is consistently working, consistently moving, consistently everything, and was doing so for so long and providing every single thing for not only yourself, but everyone in your little circle, however little, however big, doesn't matter. I am still working on how to function outside of being the sole provider. It's a very strange, weird position. And I love it, but admitting that I love that is also very scary because it's also more vulnerable, which is scary. Being vulnerable is fucking terrifying. It's terrifying to give someone a certain amount of okay. Let's take another detour on the fact of trust issues and not trusting is my MO. So working through that to be able to be vulnerable and to be able to give myself time, space, and grace because someone can provide other things for me would seem that it's great and all at ease and everything's perfect, but it's actually slightly overwhelming because having a lot of freedom to do things that you want to do is actually pretty fucking scary because you're your own boss. You're your own time manager. You're your own everything. And yes, I'm not saying that Jay doesn't help. He's not supportive. He is all of those things. But he's not going to sit here and hound me every day. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? What are you doing today? What did you do tomorrow? He'll ask me, what's the plan for today? But he's not my boss. He's not make sure you get this done. That has to be me. As it should. But it's a weird thing to get used to. So I just have been feeling better. Honestly, over this past weekend, I've been waking up earlier, which has been helping because I feel like I can get an actual routine in the morning to get things done, actually give my body time to wake up. So that way I do feel better. And I know this sounds very cliche, but I change out of my pajamas and I do skincare because it makes me feel like I'm getting ready for the day. I mean, that is getting ready for the day, but even if I'm sitting at home or just journaling or just on the computer, it makes me feel a lot better because I'm not just still sitting in my pajamas. Why did I say pajamas like that? Pajamas? Anyway, I'm not sitting in the same thing, so it feels like a change. And especially, obviously, everyone feels better when the sun's out. Duh. But it's definitely been helping. So I have just overall been feeling better, and I think genuinely part of it is that I've come accepting to the position that I'm in my current life. And I think especially, a lot of us, we're gonna say pretty much all of us had at least 3 years taken away from our fucking life of normalcy because of COVID. And that's when I started to actually hone in and focus on my socials was COVID. So then when I started getting stressed about money and stressed about not working and stressed about everything, it put me back in a place that I was before. And I was a provider, I was everything, I wasn't able to do anything. So then I felt so guilty to be doing what I wanted to do again, now that I had time. And I made a lot of excuses for why I wasn't doing it. That was the main one. that I was feeling guilty. And then it just kind of spiraled into more guilt and more negativity, that it was just to a point where I was like, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be allowed to do this. All of those negative things that we are going to just let flow in one ear and out the other now, because basically I was throwing myself a pity party. And it's okay to like feel every emotion, but I used them and those emotions in a negative way. I didn't just feel them and let them happen and then move on. I felt them and let them linger and then fester. And that's the difference. And that's what I was doing. And now that I have realized that and given myself time and more time to sit with myself and think and process, it has helped so much more in being able to come back, which is really what I wanted in the first place. And it's what Jay wanted. And it's what we've been trying to do since I parted basically fully from my previous design position. So that being said, ew, I just drooled. Hold on. That being said, I'm done throwing a pity party for myself. I can't say that my mental won't go up and down and fluctuate, as it will, since I've been diagnosed with all of these things. It will fluctuate, but I feel that I have now gotten better at coping and understanding myself, which is huge, and my own emotions and my own reasons behind doing things, that I can fully be here now. So now, with things changing and with how comfortable I am with Jay, is so nice, because I feel like I can finally breathe. And especially after making this video, I feel like a very big weight lifted off my shoulders, because I just feel like something in me just like switched. Like I feel like beep, the light just like came on, and it's so nice. It is so nice to be back. I don't know if I will consistently post on Sundays. It might just be random vlogs throughout the week, because I think until I get myself to a point where I'm comfortable talking again, I don't want to set a specific day, but I want to give myself a specific goal of at least once a week. So I think by doing that, it will be better for me to go with the flow of my week and see what's going on. So like this week, it's probably gonna be posted today on a Tuesday, just a random little vlog update. And next week, it probably won't be posted till like Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday maybe, because we'll be not getting back from vacation until then. So that is my little mini goal now. But I'm feeling better. And I feel like, although I'm still grieving, I'm at a point where I can talk about stuff now. So I hope you've all been well and stay well, and start to enjoy the fact that it's sunny out again. If maybe it's been sunny for you for a while, maybe you're in the South. I'm not. Midwest. It's fucking cold up here. It's been nice, but I'm so grateful that now that it's going to be like raining in like 50s the next like week, we're going to be gone in the sun where it's 85 and I can wear a tank top every day, a bathing suit every day. I'm so excited. So stay tuned next week for that little vlog of us in Miami and all the cool little stuff we're going to take, because I also found a ton of little bars and we're going to go to the botanical garden. Anyway, I'll save that for next week. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.